On Christmas Day 2025, while much of the world was marking the holiday in quiet reflection, a very different kind of message was being delivered thousands of miles away in northwest Nigeria. As night fell over Sokoto State, U.S. missiles struck Islamic State targets, marking a rare and highly significant American military action on Nigerian soil. The announcement did not come through a traditional press briefing, but directly from U.S. President Donald Trump, who declared that he had ordered a powerful and deadly strike against ISIS militants operating in the region. According to U.S. Africa Command, the operation was not a unilateral move. It was carried out in coordination with Nigerian authorities, following weeks of intelligence sharing and joint planning. The targets were ISIS-affiliated fighters believed to be operating in remote areas of northwest Nigeria, part of a growing extremist presence that has expanded beyond the country's northeast in recent years. While the U.S. military said multiple militants were hit, it stopped short of releasing exact casualty figures, noting that assessments were still ongoing. Trump framed the strike in stark moral terms, saying the militants had been targeting and viciously killing innocent civilians, and emphasizing attacks on Christian communities. His language was forceful and uncompromising, signaling a willingness to escalate U.S. involvement in West Africa if extremist violence continued. The Pentagon echoed that tone. Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth publicly thanked the Nigerian government for its cooperation and hinted that the Christmas Day strike might not be the last, suggesting further action could follow if threats persisted. In Abuja, Nigerian officials confirmed the strike but were careful to shape the narrative. The Foreign Ministry described the operation as part of long-standing security cooperation with international partners, stressing that terrorism in Nigeria affects Muslims and Christians alike. Nigerian authorities pushed back against any attempt to reduce the conflict to a purely religious framing, instead emphasizing the broader challenge posed by armed extremist groups that have destabilized communities across multiple regions. The strike did not come out of nowhere. In the months leading up to Christmas, pressure had been steadily building. In late October, the United States placed Nigeria on a religious freedom watch list, citing concerns over persistent attacks by extremist groups. Throughout November and early December, reports emerged of increased U.S. surveillance flights over northern Nigeria, signaling that military options were being actively considered. At the same time, ISIS-linked factions were accused of escalating violence, deepening fears that the country's security crisis was spreading westward. By the time the missiles were launched on December 25, the decision appeared to be the culmination of weeks of warnings, planning, and diplomatic coordination. The following day, international reactions began to surface. Analysts described the strike as a notable escalation, one that underscored Washington's renewed willingness to directly target ISIS affiliates outside traditional Middle Eastern battlefields. Others warn that while the strike sent a powerful message, extremist groups in Nigeria have proven resilient and adaptive, capable of regrouping even after heavy losses. For now, the full impact of the Christmas Day operation remains unclear. What is certain is that it marked a new chapter in the U.S. and Nigeria's security relations, and placed global attention squarely on the evolving threat of ISIS in West Africa. As assessments continue and political consequences unfold, one thing is undeniable. While the world celebrated peace, a reminder was delivered that the fight against extremism is far from over, and its reach now extends deeply into the heart of Nigeria. For more chilling videos, kindly subscribe. This is CrimeLens, every detail matters.